Welcome to the Wealthy Practitioner Podcast. I'm Dr. Nikki Cottis.
I'm Dr. Alejandro Elias.
And I'm Dr. Gabrielle Manto. Together, we help wellness practitioners build profitable, scalable businesses without sacrificing their health, their families, or their freedom.
On this podcast, we'll talk profit, leadership, and ownership, so your business works for you, not the other way around.
This is the Wealthy Practitioner Podcast. Happy Monday, everyone. Welcome to another episode. My name is Alejandro Elias. I am one of your supporter coach of the TWP Team, and I'm so excited to be once a month with you guys. And today, I'm going to share something that if you're not a chiropractor, but you're a business owner, this episode is exactly for you. This episode will be for any business owner. So if you're a chiropractor and you're a business owner, this episode is for you as well. But I want to include everyone that is a business owner on this episode, as you are going to get a lot out of it. So in this episode, I'm going to talk about 4 qualities that are going to help you grow your business. But before I start with that, I've been packing. I'm going to Naples Wednesday. So we're packing. We're going to Naples for the Expanders Retreat. And I'm super excited. It's a lot of thinking while packing. And I've been looking back to the 4 years in business, and it's like, wow, in 4 years, we have 5 clinics, about to open a 6th one in summer. We're doing a lot of things. What got us to that point? I was thinking to myself, and the first 2 to 3 years, it was growth. It was a lot of growth. And that's exactly what I want to share with you, because a lot of people have been in the growth mode for 10, 20 years, and it could be exhausting. So before thinking about scaling, you need to grow in order to scale. And a lot of people are confusing growth versus scale. And that's exactly what I want to start with. So growth basically is how I look at it. It's more input, more output. What does that even mean? Growth means the business makes more money, but it also needs more time, more people, more effort. You're going to have to be more on the business. It's a couple of examples of it for chiropractors or estheticians. It's more patience because you work more hours. Okay, you have to run more ads, but also more costs, more clinics, but you have to be involved in all of them. That is a growth. You're not scaling there. Okay, so while I've been looking at scaling a lot, as that's my favorite subject, I talk to you guys a lot about scale. So today I'm talking about the opposite. I'm talking about growth. So scale means more output, same input. Scale means revenue increases without increasing your effort at the same rate. What does that even mean? Your business can run without you being there. The systems are bringing more clients without you talking to everyone. It's like a dream. So that means you're in the scale mode. But today we're going to talk about the growth. So 4 qualities that took us from growing to scaling. And it's 4 qualities that I look in every chiropractor that I try to hire. It could be for partnership or associate. And I'm starting to include this as well on staff. As we grow the victory, I've been looking more into how can I have an in-house team, not just teams at each clinic, but now we have noticed that we need an in-house team that can run every single clinic. So I've been looking for a team that has these 4 qualities as well. That way I don't have to be involved on it. So the first one is sacrifice. On the growth mode, you're going to need to sacrifice a lot of things. You're going to be doing things that you don't want to, but it's moving the needle forward. An example of that, when Emily and I started our first clinic, we were sleeping on an air mattress. Yes, you heard that. We were sleeping on an air mattress. I remember on the West Texas heat, it was 110 degrees. We were going door knocking. And I was so ignorant. I have a tattoo sleeve. I was so ignorant that I was wearing a long sleeve button down because I didn't want people to see my tattoos. Because I didn't know what my ideal client was at that point. So I was so ignorant to be sweating because I wanted to look professional, knocking on doors. But it worked. You know, it didn't work wearing the long sleeve, but it worked. The sacrifice that we did going door to door, knocking and meeting people. Every single event that there was in town, we were going to be there. People knew us by name already because we were at every single event. I remember we were sleeping 4 to 5 hours because we were trying to outwork everyone and just going out there to the community. I remember I missed Emily's best friend's wedding because that was, if I went to that wedding, that was 200 doors that were not going to get knocked on 2 days because we were knocking 100 doors a day. But it worked. It brought us a lot of patients. So if looking back, it was a big sacrifice. I missed my grandpa's funeral. You know, that hurt. Yeah, it hurt for me and my family, but those were going to be 300 doors without being knocked because that was going to be 3 days without money, trying to go to Puerto Rico, coming back. There was 3 days of not doing door knocking. So that was 300 people, possible leads that were not going to know about us. So my recommendation is, if you're in the growth mode, you don't have to go door knocking, but you need to sacrifice a lot of things. You're going to have to say more no than yes. When people invite you to weddings, birthdays, hang out, let's come hang out tonight and waste our time. You know, if you have to be moving the needle forward, you're going to have to learn how to say no. So it is uncomfortable. It was hard, especially for Emily. But once you start saying no to things, you're going to bring more abundance. What do I even mean? If you're saying yes to something, you're saying no to something else. So if you're saying yes to be wasting your time going to a party, you're saying no to moving the needle forward. So my recommendation for you is write down what you want to be in 3 years, where you want to be in 3 years, and make every decision based on that if you're still in the growth mode and you want to scale. Some people want to be on the growth mode. Fine. Okay. Probably this episode is not for you because this is for people that want to get out of the growth mode. I was not comfortable being on the growth mode. I didn't want to be on the growth mode for 10, 20 years. So I decided, how can I scale faster? So that was number 1, sacrifice. Number 2 is being coachable. I've been seeing a lot of people hearing multiple voices. That gets confusing. So what do I mean with being coachable is you have to be coachable, but you cannot be too coachable, but you cannot not be coachable. You got that? So people that are too coachable is the people that are hearing multiple voices. I am the type of person, if I have one coach, I'm going to stick to that person. I'm going to stick to that and I'm going to do whatever they say because if I have a coach, it's because they're doing what I want to do. Example, Steph. Steph is doing what I want to do. Steph is walking the walk. A lot of people that are trying to coach you out there, they're not walking the walk. They're saying that they're doing this and doing that. That is false. You know, dig deeper. Ask them questions. Challenge them. Because a lot of coaches on the online world right now, they're not doing what they do. And a lot of you guys know this. So I remember when I started working with Steph, I asked her a couple questions and I was like, dang, okay. She literally did a home run in every single question. So I know she's walking the walk. And now being part of the group, it's like, wow, they are walking the walk. And not just that, but they're obsessed with their client success. So be coachable. Just hear one single voice. Don't hear multiple voices. If your coach tells you go right, or I recommend you going right, but someone else tells you go left and you go left, why are you doing that? Why do you even have a coach? Just be coachable, but don't be too coachable hearing multiple voices. That helped us a lot on our growth mode. Number 3, obsession. I get obsessed with things. So in November, we went to Scottsdale, Arizona with the expanders. And the boys, we went golfing and I suck. And I hate losing. But I suck because I have never played golf before. So I challenged myself and I said, I'm going to be a good golfer. I'm going to do whatever it takes for whenever I go back with them, they could literally see that I've been practicing and I could be better than a lot of them. I am pretty competitive, yes. So I started golfing now 3 times a week. My wife gets mad at me, but it's like I get obsessed with things, okay? And that is my ADHD. A lot of people look at ADHD like a bad thing and they're like, because I have ADHD, I cannot have clinics. Because I have ADHD, I cannot open a business. What you see as a handicap, I personally see it as a superpower. So I see my ADHD as a superpower that is going to get me obsessed with things and I'm going to outgrow everyone. That's how I look at it. So what do I even mean with being obsessed? You have to be obsessed with what you're doing. You need to be obsessed with your mission. For us, our mission is helping 300 chiropractors to help 300 communities. So I get obsessed with that. That wakes me up at 4, 5 a.m. to start working. That's what I mean. Saturdays and Sundays, I'm working, but it's because I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with that. So I was obsessed with going out there and meeting the community because I knew it was going to pay off. As soon as we open, we're going to have a great opening and start that momentum, because once the momentum goes down, it's hard to pick it up. So I was obsessed with just being out there, meeting the community, and trying to grow our clinic. So my recommendation for you is you have to be obsessed with something that you want to do. Obsession, people see it as a negative thing. I see it as a positive thing. And the number 4 quality that we had on the growth mode, and we still have it actually, even on scale, so this could apply to scale as well, is consistency. So I had a colleague, he was asking me every month, hey, what do you do for marketing? Hey, what are you doing for marketing? And it got to the point like, hey, I don't want to talk with you anymore, because the same thing that we've been doing since day one, we're still doing it because it's been working. So I'm not going to tell you anything new because I am consistent. I keep doing the same thing. On the opposite, I was seeing that person and they were always trying new marketing companies, new methods, new this, new that, and it wasn't working. So it was hard for him to grow. Imagine scaling. He wasn't going to get to that scale because he cannot even grow because he's just trying different things. So be consistent. Consistent also applies to the coaching. I am consistent with who is going to coach me. For me, Steph, I'm being coached by Steph. It's been 2 years already. It's going to be 3, 4, 5, 6 years because I'm consistent with that. I haven't outgrown that person. It's going to be hard to outgrow that person, but I know that person is getting me on the correct path and that person wants me to be better than them. That's why I follow that and I'm consistent on that. So my recommendation for you is be consistent. Don't be thinking about the new shiny object or the grass is greener on the other side. I was just listening to a podcast and people say, the grass is greener on the other side. You know why? Because it's fertilized with shit. That's why it's greener on the other side. So just stay on your side. It's powerful. That phrase, when I heard it, I was like, oh my God, this is so powerful. Yes. So just be consistent. Don't be looking around, looking for new shiny object syndrome. Be consistent. So going back to the 4 qualities that I'm looking is sacrifice, coachable, obsess, and consistency. And I do it in that same order. And every time I interview or do a working interview, I'm looking for these 4 qualities on a big position, on a big role model on a business. So if you're not part of the TWP community, be on the lookout. We have a big event coming in August. And if you're part of the community, be on the lookout as well in Circle. We have a big event. You don't want to miss it. So you better join the waiting list. And I'll see you guys shortly. Have a great week.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Wealthy Practitioner Podcast. If you want to connect with other practitioners just like you, be sure to join our Facebook group at The Wealthy Practitioner and be sure to follow us on Instagram. See you next week.